Before the world asks anything from you today, give your heart one gentle moment to remember that it does not have to begin in fear. Before the phone, before the messages, before the list of things waiting for you, before the worries come close and try to sit on your chest, there is this small space, this quiet space, this soft place inside the morning where you can breathe and remember, I am here. I am safe in this moment. I do not have to rush into the day with a heavy heart. A morning can begin in many ways. It can begin with pressure. It can begin with old thoughts from yesterday. It can begin with the mind running ahead, trying to solve everything before the body has even fully woken up. It can begin with the feeling that there is too much to do, too much to carry, too much to understand, too much to fix. But it can also begin like this, with a softer voice, with a slower breath, with a loving reminder that you are not alone inside this day. You do not have to meet the whole morning at once. You do not have to hold the whole day in one breath. You do not have to be ready for everything right now. You only need to be here with this one moment, with this one breath, with this simple truth moving gently through you. Today can begin softly. Let your body hear that. Today can begin softly. Even if yesterday was hard, today can begin softly. Even if your mind feels busy, today can begin softly. Even if there are things waiting for you, today can begin softly. Even if you do not know how everything will work out, today can begin softly. You are allowed to begin again without punishing yourself for what came before. There is nothing you need to prove in this first moment. You do not need to prove that you are strong. You do not need to prove that you are ready. You do not need to prove that you have everything under control. You do not need to wake up and become perfect. Sit before the world sees you. You are allowed to arrive into this day slowly. You are allowed to be tender with yourself. You are allowed to breathe before you answer life. Let this morning become a small doorway. Not a doorway into pressure, but a doorway into peace. Not a doorway into fear, but a doorway into support. Not a doorway into self-criticism, but a doorway into love. You may be sitting quietly somewhere. You may be getting ready for work. You may be walking through the morning air. You may be in the kitchen while something warms in your hands. You may be in the car, listening as the road moves before you. You may be still lying in bed, trying to gather enough strength to rise. Wherever you are, this moment can meet you there. You do not have to create a perfect setting for peace to find you. You do not have to wait until life is quiet. You do not have to wait until every problem is solved. Peace can begin while the world is still unfinished. Peace can begin while the room is not clean. Peace can begin while the day is not planned. Peace can begin while the heart still feels unsure. Right here, right now, you can say to yourself, I do not have to fight this day. I can walk with it. Let the words move slowly. I do not have to fight this day. I can walk with it. There is a softer way to live today. There is a softer way to think. There is a softer way to speak to yourself. There is a softer way to step into your tasks, your people, your work, your choices, your unknowns. The day may still have movement. The day may still ask things from you, but you do not have to enter it like a person going into battle. You can enter it like a soul returning to trust. Take a breath now if you can. Not a perfect breath, not a deep breath you force, just a kind breath, a breath that says, I am here, a breath that tells your body, you do not have to tighten so much, a breath that reminds your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, and your heart that you are allowed to soften. So many people begin the morning already far away from themselves. They open their eyes and quickly move into worry. They think of what must be done. They remember what went wrong. They imagine what may happen. They check messages. They compare. They rush. They feel behind before they have even begun. And then the whole day feels heavy, not because the day is impossible, but because the day was entered without gentleness. Today, let it be different. Not perfect, just different. A little softer, a little slower, a little kinder, a little more loving. You do not have to change your whole life in one morning. You only have to give this morning one peaceful beginning. This is the power of a gentle morning. It tells your heart, you matter before you do anything. It tells your body, you are safe enough to move slowly. It tells your mind, you do not have to control every detail before you can feel calm. It tells your spirit, life is here, support is here, love is here. And maybe your mind says, but I have so much to do. Let that be okay. You may have much to do, but you can still begin with peace. Peace does not mean the day has no duties. Peace means you do not lose yourself inside those duties. Peace means you remember who you are before the world starts calling your name. Maybe your mind says, but I am already worried. That is okay too. You do not need to push worry away with force. You can place a loving hand over your own inner world and say, I see you. I know you are trying to protect me. But this morning, we are going to breathe first. We are going to listen first. We are going to choose love first. The worried mind does not heal by being attacked. It heals by being held. It heals when you stop shouting at it to calm down and begin giving it safety. It heals when you say, you do not have to carry this alone. It heals when you return again and again to simple, loving words. That is why this morning matters. Not because one morning must fix everything, but because one morning can open the door. One morning can teach the body a new feeling. One morning can give the heart a new memory. One morning can show the mind that there is another way to begin. Let this be the morning where you do not start by abandoning yourself. Do not leave yourself for the phone. Do not leave yourself for fear. Do not leave yourself for other people's moods. Do not leave yourself for the pressure to be everything at once. Stay here for a moment. Stay with your breath. Stay with your heart. Stay with the quiet truth that you are worthy of peace before anything is done. You are worthy before the work is finished. You are worthy before the room is clean. You are worthy before the answer comes. You are worthy before the message is sent. You are worthy before anyone understands you. You are worthy before the day goes well. Your worth is not waiting at the end of the day. It is already here with you at the beginning. Let that truth settle gently. You do not need to earn a gentle morning. You do not need to deserve a peaceful breath. You do not need to be in a perfect mood to receive loving words. You can receive them exactly as you are, tired, hopeful, unsure, calm, emotional, quiet, restless, tender. All of you is welcome in this moment. There is room for you here. There is room for your breath. There is room for your feelings. There is room for the part of you that wants to be strong. There is room for the part of you that feels tired of being strong. There is room for the part of you that wants to trust life again. There is room for the part of you that is still learning how. You do not have to push any part of yourself away. You can gather yourself gently. You can say, "Come with me. We are beginning again today, not by force, not by fear, but with love." Let the morning hear this from you. I am willing to begin gently. You do not have to know how the whole day will unfold. You do not have to know what every person will say. You do not have to know whether everything will go exactly as planned. You do not need a full map before you take one soft step. You only need one breath, one kind thought, one small opening. And this is the opening. Today can feel lighter because I am choosing not to carry it with fear. Say it gently inside. Today can feel lighter because I am choosing not to carry it with fear. The same task feels different when the heart is softer. The same road feels different when the breath is slower. The same morning feels different when you stop attacking yourself inside it. The same day can become more bearable when you do not meet it with panic before it has even begun. So let this moment be a blessing over your day, not a loud blessing, not a dramatic one, just a quiet blessing that touches the mind and says, "Slow down." A blessing that touches the body and says, "You are safe enough." A blessing that touches the heart and says, "You do not have to close." A blessing that touches the spirit and says, "Life is with you." This is not about pretending everything is perfect. This is not about forcing happiness. This is not about smiling over feelings that need care. This is about giving yourself a loving beginning. This is about choosing the first voice of the day to be kind. This is about letting the morning hold you instead of scare you. You may have spent many mornings waking up into fear. You may have spent many mornings giving your first attention to what is wrong. You may have spent many mornings feeling behind, feeling not enough, feeling as though life was already asking too much from you. But today, in this moment, you can begin a new pattern. A pattern of returning to yourself. A pattern of speaking gently. A pattern of listening before rushing. A pattern of breathing before reacting. A pattern of love before pressure. Let the first message of the day be this: I am supported. Not because everything is easy, not because every answer is clear, not because nothing will challenge you, but because support can exist even inside an unfinished day. Love can exist even while you are learning. Peace can exist even while life is moving. You can be supported even while you still have questions. You do not need to feel completely peaceful for these words to work. You only need to let them touch you. Like sunlight touches the floor, like warm water touches tired hands, like a soft voice reaches a place that has been waiting to be comforted. Let the words touch you now. You are safe enough to begin. You are loved enough to soften. You are supported enough to take one step. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to receive peace. You are allowed to have a lighter day. And if the mind tries to rush ahead, gently bring it back. Bring it back to this breath. Bring it back to the sound of these words. Bring it back to the simple feeling of being here. This moment does not ask you to solve your whole life. It only asks you to be present enough to receive a little love. Let this morning be the place where your whole day starts to change. Not because the outside world becomes perfect, but because the inside world is given kindness first. When the inside world is given kindness first, the day feels different. The body does not brace as quickly. The heart does not close as tightly. The mind does not run quite as far. A small space opens, and in that small space, you remember that you have choices. You can choose one softer thought. You can choose one slower breath. You can choose one kinder word. You can choose not to speak to yourself like an enemy. This is how a lighter day begins. Not all at once, not with force, not with pressure, but with one gentle beginning. One moment of listening, one loving sentence repeated enough times that the heart begins to believe it. This morning is not here to judge you. It is here to support you. This day is not here to prove your weakness. It is here to help you practice love. Life is not standing against you. Life is inviting you to come back into trust, one breath at a time. So before you move too quickly, let your heart receive this. You do not have to begin the day with fear. You can begin with softness. You can begin with love. You can begin with the quiet knowing that even now, even here, Even before anything changes, you are held by life in ways you may not yet fully see. The first words you give to your mind in the morning are like seeds placed into fresh soil. The mind is open in the morning. The body is still waking. The heart is still tender. Before the noise of the world becomes loud, before other people's energy comes close, before tasks and duties fill the space, the words you hear can begin to set the tone of your whole day. This is why morning listening is so powerful. It is not only sound. It is not only words. It is a message sent to the deepest part of you. It tells your inner world what kind of day you are preparing to live. It tells your body whether to tighten or soften. It tells your heart whether to close or open. It tells your mind whether to search for danger or allow support. If the first voice you hear is fear, the body begins to prepare for fear. If the first thought is pressure, the chest may feel heavy. If the first message is, I am late, I am behind, I cannot handle this, then the whole system begins to move as if life is an emergency. The breath becomes shorter. The shoulders rise. The mind becomes crowded. The heart begins the day already tired. But if the first message is love, something soft begins to happen. If the first voice says, you are safe enough to begin, the body hears it. If the first thought says, I can take this day one step at a time, the mind begins to slow down. If the first feeling is kindness, the heart does not have to protect itself so much. A loving morning does not remove every duty, but it changes the way you carry those duties. Words matter because your inner world is always listening. Even when you think you are just thinking, your body is listening. Even when you think a sentence is small, your heart is listening. Even when you repeat something quietly, your subconscious is listening. It listens to fear and it listens to love. It listens to criticism and it listens to kindness. It listens to pressure and it listens to peace. So this morning, give it something gentle to hear. Give your mind words that do not scare it. Give your body words that do not rush it. Give your heart words that do not make it feel alone. Say, I am safe this morning. I am supported today. I can move through this day with calm. I do not have to do everything at once. I am allowed to begin gently. At first, these words may feel simple. They may feel too soft for a busy life. The mind may say, how can a few words change anything? But loving words do not always change the outside world right away. They change the place from which you meet the outside world, and that changes so much. A hard day feels harder when you meet it with self-attack. A busy day feels heavier when you begin it with panic. A normal task feels larger when your body already believes it is unsafe. But when the mind hears love in the morning, it begins to create a softer path. It begins to say, maybe I do not have to react the old way. Maybe I can breathe first. Maybe I can pause. Maybe I can be kind to myself even while things are not perfect. This is not magic in a childish way. This is the gentle power of repeated thought. What you repeat becomes familiar. What becomes familiar begins to feel true. What feels true begins to guide your choices. If you repeat, "I am not enough," the day feels heavy. If you repeat, "Everything will go wrong," the body braces. If you repeat, "I cannot handle this," the mind looks for proof. But if you repeat, "I am supported," something inside begins to listen. If you repeat, "I can take one step," the day becomes smaller and kinder. If you repeat, "I am safe enough now," the body may release even a little. And a little release matters. One soft breath matters. One peaceful thought matters. One kind sentence matters. One morning where you do not attack yourself matters. Healing often begins in small ways. It begins when you do not speak to yourself the old way. It begins when you notice the fear and choose a gentler sentence. It begins when you wake up and decide that your heart deserves care before the world receives your energy. The mind learns by repetition. The heart learns by feeling. The body learns by safety. So when you listen each morning, you are teaching all three. You are teaching the mind, there is another way to think. You are teaching the heart, love can be present at the start of the day. You are teaching the body, you do not have to wake up into alarm. And the beautiful thing is that you do not have to force belief. You do not have to say, "I believe everything fully right now." You only have to let the words be near you. Let them sit beside you. Let them enter slowly. Let them be heard again and again. A seed does not become a flower because it is pulled open. It becomes a flower because it is cared for. It is given light. It is given water. It is given time. Your heart is the same. You cannot force yourself into peace by being harsh. You cannot shout at your mind until it becomes calm. You cannot punish your body into feeling safe. You can only return with love again and again until love becomes a place your inner world recognizes. That is what morning listening can do. It returns with love. It says, "Her is peace again." It says, "Here is support again." It says, "Here is a soft place again." It says, "You are not alone again." It says, "Begin again." And perhaps one morning, the words feel pleasant but far away. Another morning, they feel closer. Another morning, one sentence stays with you while you wash your face or hold your cup. Another morning, you remember the sentence in traffic or before answering a message or when your thoughts begin to hurry. Another morning, You noticed that you paused instead of reacting. You breathed instead of tightening. You spoke to yourself with kindness instead of blame. This is how the day becomes lighter. Not because every problem disappears, not because every person becomes easy, not because life becomes simple, but because you are not carrying the day with the same old fear. You are carrying it with a little more love. You are meeting it from a softer place. You are not leaving yourself alone inside it. A lighter day does not always mean a quiet day. It does not always mean a perfect mood. It does not mean you will never feel upset, tired, confused, or emotional. A lighter day means you have given your heart a place to return. It means that when the mind becomes loud, there is a softer sentence waiting. It means when the body becomes tense, there is a breath that can bring you back. It means when the world pulls you outward, you remember your inner home. Your inner home is the place inside you where love still speaks, and every morning you can return there. You can wake up and say, before I give myself to the world, I will give myself one moment of peace. You can say, before I listen to fear, I will listen to love. You can say, before I run into the day, I will remember that life is with me. The morning does not need to be long to be powerful. Sometimes 1 minute of real kindness can change the feeling of the hour ahead. Sometimes one sentence can soften the whole chest. Sometimes one breath can stop the mind from falling into the old pattern. Sometimes one loving message repeated often enough becomes the new voice you carry through the day. That is why you are listening. Not to escape life, but to enter life with more support. Not to avoid your duties, but to meet them with more peace. Not to pretend you have no feelings, but to remind every feeling that it is not alone. Let the first words of this day be words that bless you. Let them say, you do not have to rush. Let them say, you are allowed to breathe. Let them say, you are safe enough to begin. Let them say, you can do this step by step. Let them say, you are loved before anything is done. Feel how different that is from waking up and saying, I am behind. I am tired. I cannot do this. What if everything goes wrong? Those words close the heart. They make the day feel heavy before it even arrives. But gentle words open a small window. They let light in. They do not deny that life has challenges. They simply remind you that challenges do not have to be met with self-cruelty. You can be responsible without being harsh. You can be focused without being afraid. You can be prepared without being tense. You can care about your life without carrying worry as proof that you care. This is important. So many people believe that if they stop worrying, they are not being responsible. But worry is not the same as wisdom. Worry is not the same as love. Worry is often the mind trying to protect you in the only way it learned. It keeps repeating fear because it thinks fear will keep you safe. But this morning, you can teach the mind something new. You can say, thank you for trying to protect me, but today we are learning peace. Today we are learning peace. not perfect peace, not peace that never moves, not peace that depends on everyone behaving exactly as we want. A simple peace, a human peace, a peace that returns after being forgotten, a peace that comes back through the breath, a peace that says, even now I can soften. When you hear loving words in the morning, they begin to become part of you. They travel quietly into your choices. You may not notice it at first, but later in the day, something may happen. Someone may speak sharply. A plan may change. A task may feel too big, and instead of falling fully into fear, a small voice may rise inside you and say, take one breath. You are safe. You can handle this moment. That small voice is a gift. That small voice is morning love becoming daily strength. It does not need to be loud. It does not need to sound powerful. True inner strength is often very quiet. It is the quiet decision not to abandon yourself. It is the quiet pause before you react. It is the quiet breath before you speak. It is the quiet knowing that you are not the fear passing through you. You are the loving presence that can hold the fear. Let this morning build that presence. Let every word be a soft stone placed on the path. One word of safety, one word of trust, one word of kindness, one word of peace. And as you keep listening, the path becomes easier to find. Your mind begins to know where to go. Your body begins to know how to soften. Your heart begins to trust that love will return. There may be mornings when you feel nothing. That is okay. Still listen. There may be mornings when your mind wanders. That is okay. Still listen. There may be mornings when your heart feels closed. That is okay. Still listen. A closed heart can still hear love. A tired body can still receive peace. A busy mind can still be touched by one simple sentence. Do not judge the practice by how perfect you feel while listening. Judge it by the gentle way it keeps calling you back. The practice is not asking you to become someone else. It is helping you return to the loving part of yourself that has always been there. The loving part of you is not gone. It may be covered by worry. It may be hidden under pressure. It may be tired from years of trying, but it is still there. And morning words can help you find it again. Each loving sentence is like a hand reaching inward. Each breath is like a little light. Each moment of listening is like saying to yourself, I have not forgotten you. And maybe that is what the heart has needed most. Not a perfect answer, not a perfect plan, not a perfect day. Maybe the heart has simply needed to feel remembered by you. So remember yourself now. Remember that you are more than your to-do list. You are more than yesterday's mistake. You are more than someone else's mood. You are more than the pressure you feel. You are more than the fear that visits you. You are a living soul, worthy of kindness, worthy of peace, worthy of a morning that does not begin with attack. Let these words be the first meal of the mind today. Let the mind be fed with peace before it is fed with worry. Let the heart be fed with love before it is fed with pressure. Let the body be fed with breath before it is fed with hurry. And if you listen like this each morning, even for a short time, the day begins to change from the inside. You may still have the same road, the same work, the same people, the same duties, but you are not the same inside them. You are softer. You are more present. You are more aware. You are more able to pause. You are more able to choose. That is the quiet miracle of morning listening. It gives you back to yourself before the world pulls you away. So let this be the first voice of your day, a voice of love, a voice of trust, a voice that does not rush you, a voice that does not shame you, a voice that says, you are safe enough now, you are supported today, you can move through this day with a lighter heart. And the more you hear it, the more familiar it becomes. The more familiar it becomes, the more naturally you return to it. The more naturally you return to it, the more the whole day begins to feel different. Not because life stops moving, but because you are no longer moving through it without inner support. You do not need a perfect morning for peace to reach you. You do not need a quiet house. You do not need a special room. You do not need candles, soft music, a clean table, or a life that looks peaceful from the outside. Those things can be lovely, but they are not the doorway. The real doorway is your willingness to pause for one small moment and return to yourself. Peace can find you in bed before your feet touch the floor. Peace can find you in the kitchen while water warms. Peace can find you while you are brushing your hair, folding clothes, holding a cup, or waiting for the day to begin. Peace can find you in the car while the road is busy and the world is already moving. Peace can find you at work before you answer the first message. Peace can find you in a hallway, in a bathroom, in a quiet corner, in one breath you take before you speak. You may have believed that peace can only come when everything around you is calm. But peace is not only a place outside you. Peace is also a place inside you. It is a place you can return to, even when life is not perfect. It is the soft space inside the chest that says, I am here. It is the breath that reminds you, this moment is enough. It is the loving thought that says, I do not have to leave myself just because the world feels busy. This is a beautiful truth. You can carry peace with you. It can travel with you into the ordinary parts of life. It can sit beside you while you drive. It can stand near you while you cook. It can walk with you into work. It can rest with you in the middle of noise. It can return to you after you forget it. It can meet you again and again every time you choose to come back. So do not wait for a perfect morning. Do not wait for the house to be silent. Do not wait for your mind to be empty. Do not wait until you feel ready. Begin where you are. Begin with what you have. Begin with one breath. Begin with one sentence. Begin with the soft thought, I am allowed to return to myself. Say that gently now. I am allowed to return to myself. This sentence can become a key. When the day begins to pull you in many directions, this sentence can open a door inside you. When you feel scattered, it can gather you. When you feel rushed, it can slow you. When you feel alone, it can remind you that you have not left yourself. If you are lying in bed, let the bed become a place of peace for a moment. Do not rush to judge how you slept. Do not begin by counting what must be done. Place one kind thought near your heart and say, "Thank you, body, for carrying me into a new day." Maybe the body feels rested. Maybe it does not. Still, it has brought you here. It has kept breathing through the night. It has held you through many mornings. It deserves kindness before demand. If you are sitting on the edge of the bed, let your feet touch the floor like you are touching a new beginning. You do not have to jump into the day. You can arrive. You can feel the ground. You can breathe. You can say, I step into this day gently, not perfectly, not with every answer, gently. If you are in the kitchen, let the kitchen become a small place of blessing. Let the cup in your hand remind you that warmth is possible. Let the water remind you that life flows. Let a simple breakfast remind you that your body deserves care. You do not have to rush through every small act as if it does not matter. The small acts are part of your life. They are not empty. They can become soft places where you remember yourself. Pour slowly if you can. Hold the cup. Feel the warmth. Say, this is a new day, and I meet it with love. Let the words be simple. Let them be ordinary. Simple words often go the deepest because the heart does not have to work hard to understand them. If you are driving, let peace travel with you. Keep your eyes open. Stay aware. Let the road be the road. Let the hands rest safely. Let the breath become a soft rhythm inside you. You do not need to close your eyes to receive calm. You do not need to do anything special. Just listen. Let the loving words move in the background of your mind. Let them remind you that even while the world moves quickly, something inside you can move gently. Say, I am safe. I am supported. Life is with me today. If traffic is slow, you can breathe. If someone is impatient, you can breathe. If the road feels full, you can breathe. The outside may move in its own way, but you do not have to let every outside movement become an inside storm. You can remain with yourself. You can let peace sit beside you like a quiet friend. If you are getting ready for work, peace can be there too. It can be with you as you choose what to wear. It can be with you as you prepare your bag. It can be with you as you look at the tasks waiting. You do not have to enter work already tense. You can say, I will do what I can today. I will move step by step. I will not use pressure as my guide. I choose calm where I can. Work does not need you to hate yourself into action. Life does not need you to scare yourself into responsibility. You can be responsible and gentle at the same time. You can care and still breathe. You can do your tasks and still speak kindly to yourself. This is important because many people think softness will make them weak. They think if they are kind to themselves, they will stop trying. But true kindness gives strength. True gentleness does not make you lazy. It helps you move without breaking your own heart. It helps you keep going without turning against yourself. It helps you do what needs to be done while still remembering that you are a human being, not a machine. A lighter day begins when you stop using fear as fuel. Fear may push for a while, but it also drains. It makes the body tired. It makes the mind sharp and crowded. It makes the heart feel alone. Love moves differently. Love says, let us take one step. Love says, let us breathe. Love says, let us do this with care. Love gives you a steadier kind of strength. So wherever you are this morning, let love be the way you begin. Maybe your morning is messy. Maybe someone needs you. Maybe the room is loud. Maybe there is no quiet place. Maybe your mind is already full. Even then, peace can find one small opening. A single breath while washing your hands. A kind sentence while standing at the door. A soft thought while waiting for the kettle. A moment of stillness before checking the phone. Do not make peace too far away. Do not make it something only perfect people can have. Do not make it something you must earn after everything is done. Peace is not a prize at the end of a perfect day. Peace is a practice you can touch at the beginning, middle, and end of an ordinary day. Peace can be simple. It can be your hand on your heart. It can be a slow breath. It can be one kind sentence. It can be closing your eyes for one moment if it is safe. It can be opening your eyes and looking at the morning with a little more softness. It can be saying, I am here. It can be saying, I do not have to rush my soul. It can be saying, life is supporting me in ways I may not see yet. The more you practice finding peace in ordinary places, the more ordinary life begins to feel sacred. The cup becomes more than a cup. It becomes a reminder to slow down. The road becomes more than a road. It becomes a place to breathe. The mirror becomes more than a mirror. It becomes a place to speak kindly. The desk becomes more than a desk. It becomes a place where you can bring calm into your work. The morning becomes more than a time of day. It becomes a doorway into the kind of energy you choose to carry. You do not have to be peaceful all day to have a peaceful morning practice. You may forget. You may become tense. You may react. You may feel the old fear rise. That does not mean you failed. It means you are human. The practice is not to stay perfect. The practice is to return. Return when you remember. Return after the hard thought. Return after the heavy moment. Return after the rush. Return after the mistake. Return after the emotion. Return after you forget that you are supported. The door does not close because you forgot. Love does not leave because you became tense. Peace does not disappear forever because the day became loud. You can begin again at any hour. This is one of the kindest truths you can give yourself. I can begin again at any hour. Not only in the morning, not only when everything feels calm, not only when I am in the right mood. I can begin again while standing in the middle of my day. I can begin again after one deep breath. I can begin again with one gentle thought. I can begin again by choosing not to attack myself for being human. Still, the morning is a beautiful place to plant this truth, because when you plant it early, it has more time to grow. When you hear loving words in the morning, they may follow you quietly. They may come back when you least expect them. A sentence may return while you are walking. A feeling may return while you are working. A breath may return before you answer someone. The morning gives the mind a path, and later the mind can find that path again. So let the morning path be gentle. Let it be made of simple words. I am safe. I am supported. I move step by step. I do not have to carry everything at once. I am allowed to receive peace. Today can feel lighter. You do not need hard words. You do not need long prayers. You do not need to understand deep ideas. The heart understands simple love. The body understands calm breath. The mind understands repeated kindness. Sometimes the most healing sentence is the simplest one. I am here with you. Say that to yourself. I am here with you. This means you will not leave yourself when the day becomes busy. You will not only be kind to yourself when everything goes well. You will not only speak gently when you feel proud. You will stay with yourself in the small, hard moments too. When you feel unsure, you will listen. When you feel tired, you will soften. When you feel pressure, you will breathe. When you feel afraid, you will remind yourself, I am here. This is how peace becomes real. Not by waiting for life to become perfect, but by becoming a gentle place for yourself inside life. Let the room you are in be enough. Let the moment you have be enough. Let this breath be enough. The world may be loud, but this breath can still be quiet. The day may be full, but this moment can still be soft. Your mind may be busy, but one loving sentence can still enter. You are not too late for peace. You are not too busy for one breath. You are not too tired to receive a little support. You are not too far away from yourself to return. Peace is not far. It is under the rush. It is behind the fear. It is beneath the old habit of pushing yourself too hard. It is waiting in the space where you stop for a moment and remember, I do not have to meet life as my own enemy. Today, meet life as your own friend. When you move through the morning, let small things become reminders. Let the light through the window remind you that new beginnings can be quiet. Let the sound of water remind you that life keeps moving. Let your breath remind you that you are being carried. Let your hands remind you that you can touch the day gently. Let your own voice remind you that love can begin inside you. Even if no one else says the words you need this morning, you can say them to yourself. You can say, I am proud of you for beginning again. You can say, you do not have to be perfect today. You can say, you are safe enough to take one step. You can say, let us move slowly. You can say, let us choose peace before pressure. You can say, let us remember that life is with us. These words do not need to be loud. They only need to be loving. The world may teach you to rush, but your soul asks you to listen. The world may tell you to prove, but your heart asks you to soften. The world may measure your worth by what you finish, but love reminds you that you are worthy before anything is done. This is why you can listen in any place. Because the real place of healing is not the room around you. It is the relationship you are building with yourself. It is the way you speak inwardly. It is the way you hold your own feelings. It is the way you come back after forgetting. It is the way you choose one peaceful thought, even when the old pattern is fear. A perfect morning is not required. A willing heart is enough. Even a small willingness is enough. A little opening, a little yes, a little breath, a little hope that maybe today can feel lighter. That is enough for the words to enter. That is enough for the practice to begin. So wherever you are, let this be your gentle morning truth. Peace can find me here. Peace can find me in this room. Peace can find me in this body. Peace can find me in this breath. Peace can find me in this imperfect morning. Peace can find me while life is still unfinished. Peace can find me because peace is not only around me, it is within me. Let that truth stay close as the morning continues. Let it move with you. Let it touch the simple things. Let it soften the way you enter the next part of your day. Let it remind you that you do not need to wait for life to become quiet before you become kind to yourself. The mind does not always feel safe just because the morning has arrived. Sometimes the eyes open, but the heart is still carrying yesterday. Sometimes the body wakes up, but the mind has already started running into the future. Sometimes the day is new, but the thoughts are old. They repeat the same fear, the same prez. Sure, the same question, the same worry, as if the mind believes that worry will protect you. But this morning something softer can begin. This morning the mind can hear words that do not push it, words that do not scare it, words that do not make it feel behind, words that gently say, you are safe enough right now. You are supported in this moment. You do not have to rush into fear. Gentle words are not weak. Gentle words are healing. They reach places inside you that force could never reach. They move slowly, like warm light entering a room. They do not break the door open. They wait. They touch the heart softly. They let the body know that it does not have to stay tight forever. Many times, the mind has learned to expect stress in the morning. It has learned to wake up and search for what is wrong. It has learned to look for danger, even when there is no danger in this moment. It has learned to prepare for problems before they happen. It has learned to believe that if it worries enough, maybe it will be ready. But worry does not always make you ready. Sometimes worry only makes you tired. So this morning, you are teaching the mind something new. You are teaching it that peace is also allowed. You are teaching it that love can be the first voice of the day. You are teaching it that safety does not have to wait until every problem is solved. Safety can begin with one breath. Safety can begin with one kind sentence. Safety can begin with the choice to stop speaking to yourself like an enemy. Say this softly inside. I am safe in this moment. Let that sentence be enough for now. You do not have to feel perfectly safe in your whole life to receive safety in this breath. You do not have to know every answer. You do not have to fix every situation. You do not have to make the whole future clear. Right now, you are here. Right now, you are breathing. Right now, you can soften one small part of yourself. The mind may say, but what about later? And you can answer gently, later will come later. Right now, we are here. The mind may say, but what if something goes wrong? And you can answer gently, if something comes, we will meet it one step at a time. The mind may say, but I do not know how to relax. And you can answer gently, you do not have to know. You only have to receive one peaceful word. This is how safety begins. Not with a big change outside, but with a new message inside. For a long time, the inner voice may have sounded like pressure. Hurry, do more, be better, fix this, do not fail, do not disappoint, do not rest, do not feel. That voice may have seemed normal because it was familiar. But familiar does not always mean loving. Familiar does not always mean true. A softer voice can become familiar too. A voice that says, take your time. A voice that says, you are learning. A voice that says, you are allowed to breathe. A voice that says, you can begin again. A voice that says, you are not alone inside this day. At first, the mind may not fully trust this voice. That is okay. Do not force it. Do not fight with it. Do not say, why can I believe this? The mind may need time. The body may need time. The heart may need time. If fear has been practiced for many years, peace may feel new. If self-criticism has been repeated many times, kindness may feel strange. If your body has lived with pressure for a long time, softness may feel unfamiliar. But unfamiliar does not mean wrong. Sometimes the first sign of healing is not instant peace. Sometimes the first sign of healing is simply noticing how hard you have been on yourself. Sometimes it is noticing how often the mind runs ahead. Sometimes it is noticing how quickly the body tightens. Sometimes it is noticing that you want to speak to yourself more kindly, even if you are still learning how. That noticing is a doorway. When you notice the old pattern, you do not have to hate it. You can bless it and choose again. You can say, I see this fear, I see this pressure, I see this old habit, and now I offer myself a softer thought. A softer thought can be very simple. I am safe enough for this breath. I do not have to solve everything now. I can move gently. I am supported today. I choose peace before pressure. I am allowed to feel calm. Simple words can go deep because the heart understands them quickly. The heart does not need hard words. The heart does not need a long speech. The heart needs love that feels clear. The body needs words that feel kind. The mind needs repetition that feels steady. This is why listening each morning matters. When you listen again and again, the words begin to make a path inside you. The first time, they may feel like a small drop of water on dry ground. The second time, they may sink a little deeper. The third time, the heart may begin to recognize them. The fourth time, the mind may remember one sentence later in the day. The fifth time, the body may soften a little faster. The sixth time, the old fear may not feel as strong. The seventh time, you may begin to feel that these words are not just something you hear. They are something you can carry. This is not about forcing a perfect change. This is about gentle practice. A garden does not grow because someone stands over it and demands, "Grow now." A garden grows because it is cared for. It receives water. It receives light. It receives time. Your inner world is the same. It does not need more force. It needs care. It needs light. It needs patience. It needs loving words repeated often enough that the soil of the heart begins to soften. You may have tried to change yourself by being harsh. You may have tried to push yourself into peace. You may have told yourself to stop worrying, stop feeling, stop being sensitive, stop needing comfort. But harshness does not create true peace. It may create silence for a while, but not healing. Real healing begins when the parts of you that feel afraid are finally met with kindness. So when fear rises, do not push it away. Speak to it. Say, I see you. You are trying to keep me safe. But we do not need to live this whole morning in fear. When the body tightens, do not judge it. Speak. To it say, Wiki, thank you for carrying me. You can soften now. We are taking this day one step at a time. When the heart feels heavy, do not shame it. Speak to it. Say, you are allowed to feel. You are allowed to be tender. You are still loved here. These words are not small. They are medicine for the inner life. They are a new way of being with yourself. They teach the mind that it does not have to fight every moment. They teach the body that calm is possible. They teach the heart that it will not be left alone. The more you speak gently to yourself, the more the inner world begins to trust you. Trust does not always come quickly. Trust grows when you keep returning. Every morning you listen, you are returning. Every time you choose one kind thought instead of one harsh thought, you are returning. Every time you pause before rushing into fear, you are returning. Every time you say, I am here with you, you are returning. And the part of you that has felt alone begins to notice. It begins to feel, maybe I do not have to carry everything by myself. It begins to feel, maybe I can be supported. It begins to feel, maybe love can be safe. It begins to feel, maybe I can begin this day without attacking myself. That is a beautiful beginning. You do not have to wait until you believe every word. Let the words be near you first. Let them sit beside you like a calm friend. Let them repeat. Let them become familiar. Let them touch the places that are ready. Let them pass gently over the places that are not ready yet. Nothing has to be forced. A loving sentence can wait for the heart. It can return tomorrow. It can return the next morning. It can return in the car, in the kitchen, at work, in the quiet, in the middle of a hard moment. It can return when you feel strong, and it can return when you feel unsure. It can become an inner hand that reaches for you when you forget your own peace. This is why the day begins to feel lighter. Not because life becomes perfect, but because the mind is no longer being fed only fear. It is being fed love. It is being given a new direction. It is being shown that there is another way to begin. Let this morning feed your mind with kindness. Let it hear, you are safe enough. Let it hear, you are supported. Let it hear, you can take your time. Let it hear, you do not have to carry the whole day now. Let it hear, you are loved before anything is done. The mind may still wander. Let it wander and come back. The body may still feel tense. Let it feel tense and soften little by little. The heart may still feel unsure. Let it be unsure and still receive love. Nothing about you has to be perfect before peace can enter. Peace can enter the tired place. Peace can enter the worried place. Peace can enter the quiet place. Peace can enter the part of you that does not know how to believe yet. You are not doing this wrong if your thoughts continue. You are not doing this wrong if your feelings move. You are not doing this wrong if you need to hear the same loving sentence many times. Repetition is not failure. Repetition is how the inner world learns. A child learns from hearing love again and again. The heart is the same. The heart needs to hear you are safe more than once. It needs to hear you are enough more than once. It needs to hear you are supported more than once. It needs to hear you can begin again more than once. So give your heart the gift of hearing it again. You are safe enough for this moment. You are supported in this breath. You are allowed to soften. You are allowed to begin gently. You are allowed to let today be lighter than yesterday. Let these words become a morning rhythm. Let them move through the mind like a calm song. Let them create a soft place inside you before the world becomes loud. Let them remind you that your first duty is not to worry. Your first duty is not to panic. Your first duty is not to judge yourself. Your first duty is to return to love. When you return to love, the day changes from the inside. You may still wash the same cup. You may still drive the same road. You may still open the same messages. You may still meet the same duties. But something inside is different. There is a little more room, a little more breath, a little more kindness, a little more space between the thought and the reaction, a little more trust that you can meet this moment without losing yourself. That little space is powerful. In that space, you can choose. You can choose not to answer yourself with fear. You can choose not to rush your body. You can choose not to treat your heart like a problem. You can choose one loving word, and one loving word can become the beginning of a lighter day. So let the gentle words continue to teach you. Let them teach your mind that peace is possible. Let them teach your body that softness is safe. Let them teach your heart that love can stay. Let them teach your spirit that every morning is another chance to begin again, not as someone perfect, but as someone willing to be kinder than before. Yesterday does not need to walk into this morning holding your hand. What happened yesterday may have mattered. What you felt yesterday may have been real. What was said, what was not said, what was finished, what was left undone, what hurt, what confused you, what made your heart tired, all of it may have had meaning. But today you do not have to carry it in the same heavy way. You can take the lesson and leave the weight. You can take the wisdom and leave the shame. You can take the truth and leave the fear. You can take what helped you grow and leave what keeps hurting you again and again. This is not the same as pretending nothing happened. It is not pushing away your feelings. It is not saying yesterday was unimportant. It is simply choosing not to give yesterday the power to steal the softness of this morning. This morning is new. Let those words move through you slowly. This morning is new. It may not feel fully new yet. The same room may be around you. The same tasks may be waiting. The same questions may still be open. The same feelings may still be sitting somewhere inside the heart. But still, this breath is new. This light is new. This moment has never been here before. And because this moment is new, you are allowed to meet it in a new way. You do not have to punish yourself with old thoughts. Maybe yesterday you worried too much. Maybe you reacted quickly. Maybe you felt tired. Maybe you did not do everything you hoped to do. Maybe you spoke in a way you wish you had not. Maybe you stayed silent when you wanted to speak. Maybe you felt lost. Maybe you felt heavy. Maybe you simply survived the day. Even so, you are here now. And being here now means life has opened another door. You can step through gently. You do not have to drag every old feeling through the doorway. You do not have to bring every worry from yesterday and place it on the table of this morning. You do not have to begin today by reviewing every mistake, every fear, every disappointment, every unfinished thing. You can say, I bless yesterday and I release its weight. Say it softly. I bless yesterday and I release its weight. There may be a part of you that wants to hold on, not because it wants to suffer, but because it believes holding on will keep you safe. Sometimes the mind thinks, if I keep thinking about it, I will understand it. If I keep worrying, I will prevent pain. If I keep replaying the moment, maybe I will finally feel in control. But replaying pain does not always bring peace. Sometimes it only keeps the body living in the old moment. Sometimes the mind keeps looking backward while the heart is asking to be brought home. Bring your heart home this morning. Bring it home from yesterday's worry. Bring it home from the conversation you keep repeating. Bring it home from the fear of what could happen. Bring it home from the pressure to fix everything at once. Bring it home from the old story that says you must carry pain to prove that you care. You do not have to carry pain to prove that you care. You can care and still breathe. You can learn and still soften. You can remember and still release. You can be responsible and still choose peace. You can honor what happened without letting it rule the whole day. This is a gentle truth. Worry is not love. Worry may feel like love because it is active. It moves, it talks, it repeats, it tries to protect. But worry is not the same as loving care. Loving care is steady. Loving care listens. Loving care helps you take the next right step. Worry often spins in circles and leaves you tired. Today, you are allowed to choose loving care over worry. You can ask yourself, what is one kind thing I can do now? Not, how can I solve my whole life this morning? Not, how can I control every outcome? Just, what is one kind thing I can do now? Maybe the kind thing is to breathe. Maybe the kind thing is to drink water. Maybe the kind thing is to speak gently. Maybe the kind thing is to pause before checking the phone. Maybe the kind thing is to forgive yourself for being human. Maybe the kind thing is to say, today I begin again. Beginning again does not mean the past never existed. It means the past does not get to decide every breath you take now. You are allowed to grow beyond an old moment. You are allowed to outgrow an old fear. You are allowed to stop carrying a sentence someone said as if it is the truth of your whole life. You are allowed to stop making yesterday's mood into today's identity. You are not yesterday's heaviness. You are not yesterday's mistake. You are not yesterday's fear. You are not yesterday's tiredness. You are not yesterday's unfinished list. You are not yesterday's hard feeling. You are the one who is here now, breathing, listening, opening, learning, choosing again. There is so much grace in choosing again. You may not be able to change what happened yesterday, but you can change how you hold yourself today. You can stop holding yourself with anger. You can stop holding yourself with blame. You can stop using the morning as a place to judge everything you did not do. You can hold yourself with more mercy. Mercy says, you were doing the best you could with what you knew, what you felt, and what you had in that moment. Mercy says, you are allowed to learn. Mercy says, you are not bad because you had a hard day. Mercy says, this morning can still be kind. Let mercy enter your morning. Maybe there are tears under the surface. Let them be there. Maybe there is regret. Let it be there without letting it become a weapon. Maybe there is confusion. Let it be there without letting it take over your whole heart. You can feel something and still be gentle with yourself. You can carry a feeling without becoming the feeling. Place one hand on the heart if that feels right, or simply imagine a kind light there. Say, I am allowed to let this morning be new. Again, I am allowed to let this morning be new. This sentence may feel small, but it is strong. It gives you permission to stop living as if every morning must be a repeat of the last one. It tells the mind, we are not trapped in yesterday. It tells the body, you do not have to keep bracing. It tells the heart, there is still room for good. Good can still find you today. Even if yesterday was heavy, good can still find you today. Even if you cried, good can still find you today. Even if you were disappointed, good can still find you today. Even if you felt alone, good can still find you today. You do not have to close the door on today because yesterday hurt. Open the door a little, not all the way if that feels too much, just a little. Let one gentle breath come in. Let one new thought come in. Let one soft possibility come in. Let one reminder of life come in. Say, today does not have to carry yesterday's fear. The mind may still bring old thoughts back. That is normal. When it does, do not become angry with the mind. Do not say, why am I thinking about this again? Instead, guide it softly, like you would guide a child away from a sharp edge. Say, we have heard that thought. Now we are coming back to peace. Come back to peace again and again. Come back when the old memory returns. Come back when the worry speaks. Come back when the body tightens. Come back when the mind starts building stories about what could go wrong. Come back to one breath. Come back to one sentence. Come back to the morning. The morning is here, not yesterday, not tomorrow. This morning has its own light. This morning has its own breath. This morning has its own chance. This morning is not asking you to be perfect. It is only asking you to be present enough to receive a new beginning. Let yourself receive it. Sometimes we hold on to yesterday because we think we need to punish ourselves before we can move forward. We think if we feel bad enough, maybe that means we care. We think if we keep blaming ourselves, maybe we will become better. But blame does not make the heart bloom. Shame does not make the body safe. Harshness does not create true wisdom. Love teaches more deeply than shame. When you love yourself through a lesson, the lesson can enter without destroying you. When you shame yourself through a lesson, the heart closes and only fear remains. This morning, choose the loving way. Say, I can learn without hurting myself. I can grow without hating myself. I can be honest and still be kind. There is nothing weak about this. It takes courage to stop repeating the old pain. It takes courage to release the weight that has become familiar. It takes courage to say, I will not use yesterday against myself today. Say it gently. I will not use yesterday against myself today. Let that be a promise. You may still need to handle something from yesterday. You may still need to make a call, finish a task, speak a truth, clean something up, or take responsibility. But you can do it without carrying shame as your guide. You can handle what needs handling from a place of calm. You can make one choice at a time. You can do what is yours to do and release what is not yours to carry. Not everything belongs on your shoulders. Some things belong to time. Some things belong to other people. Some things belong to life's timing. Some things belong to lessons that are still unfolding. You do not have to hold the entire weight of every situation. You can be willing, honest, kind, and present without becoming the home for every burden. Today, let the shoulders drop a little. Your shoulders do not have to hold yesterday. Your jaw does not have to hold old words. Your chest does not have to hold every worry. Your stomach does not have to hold every fear. Your hands do not have to grip so tightly. Let the body know we are not carrying the old weight in the same way today. Maybe the release is small. That is enough. Maybe you only release one thought. That is enough. Maybe you only soften for one breath. That is enough. The heart does not need a dramatic release to begin healing. Sometimes healing is quiet. Sometimes it is one less harsh word, one less replay, one less moment of panic, one more breath of mercy. Let this be a morning of mercy. Mercy for the part of you that is tired. Mercy for the part of you that made a mistake. Mercy for the part of you that still feels unsure. Mercy for the part of you that wants to control everything because it is afraid. Mercy for the part of you that is learning how to let go. You do not have to force yourself to let go all at once. Letting go can happen in layers. Today, maybe you let go of one layer of blame. Tomorrow, one layer of fear. Another morning, one layer of pressure. Little by little, the heart becomes lighter. Little by little, the day no longer begins under the shadow of what came before. You are allowed to be lighter. You are allowed to wake up and not punish yourself. You are allowed to have a new thought. You are allowed to smile even if yesterday was hard. You are allowed to feel peace even if something is still unfinished. You are allowed to receive love even if you are still healing. Sometimes people think they must wait until everything is fixed before they can feel light. But lightness is not the reward for fixing everything. Lightness is a support that helps you move through what is still unfolding. You can feel a little lighter while you are still learning. You can feel a little softer while you are still growing. You can feel a little peace while the answer is still coming. Let this morning remind you, you do not need the whole path to be clear before you take one gentle step. Take that step now, inside yourself. Step away from self-blame. Step away from old fear. Step away from the need to replay everything. Step away from the thought that you must carry pain to stay safe. Step toward breath. Step toward kindness. Step toward the quiet truth that today is allowed to be new. Say, I leave yesterday's worry behind. Today is a new beginning. Again, slowly, I leave yesterday's worry behind. Today is a new beginning. Let the words be soft. Let them be simple. Let them be enough for this moment. Today is not asking you to forget your life. Today is asking you to come back to it with a little more love. Today is asking you to stop dragging old fear into every new breath. Today is asking you to believe, even a little, that the morning can hold something different for you. Maybe today can hold peace. Maybe today can hold a kind word. Maybe today can hold a small answer. Maybe today can hold a softer thought. Maybe today can hold a moment where you do not react the old way. Maybe today can hold one clear breath that reminds you, I am still here. And because you are still here, you can begin again. Not loudly, not perfectly, not with all the answers, but gently, honestly, and with a heart that is willing to stop carrying what no longer needs to be carried in this breath. A lighter day does not mean a perfect day. It does not mean every task disappears. It does not mean every person becomes easy. It does not mean the road is always clear, the messages are always kind, the plans always work, or the mind never feels busy. A lighter day does not mean life stops being life. A lighter day means you do not carry everything with fear. It means you remember to breathe before you rush. It means you speak to yourself with a little more kindness. It means you do not turn one hard moment into a whole hard day. It means you stop asking yourself to hold the entire future in one morning. It means you return to the simple truth. I can take this step by step. Say it now. I can take this step by step. There is peace inside that sentence. It does not ask you to solve everything. It does not ask you to know everything. It does not ask you to become perfect. It simply asks you to take one step, then another, with as much gentleness as you can. Many days feel heavy because the mind tries to live the whole day at once. It thinks about the morning, the afternoon, the evening, the work, the people, the money, the choices, the unknown, the past, the future, all at the same time. No wonder the body feels tired. No wonder the heart feels crowded. No wonder peace feels far away. But you are not meant to live the whole day in one breath. You are meant to live this breath, then the next, then the next. You are meant to answer this moment, not every possible moment. You are meant to take this step, not carry the whole staircase. You are meant to meet what is in front of you, not every imagined thing that may never happen. So this morning, let the day become smaller, not smaller in beauty, smaller in pressure. Let it become this breath, this room, this cup, this road, this task, this one kind choice, this one gentle sentence, this one moment of coming back. When the day becomes small enough to meet, the heart begins to soften. The mind begins to feel less trapped. The body begins to understand, I do not have to carry it all now. And when the body hears that, even a little, the whole day can feel lighter. You can still have duties and feel supported. You can still have responsibilities and breathe. You can still care deeply and not live in panic. You can still do what needs to be done without hurting yourself inside. This is a new way to move. Instead of pushing yourself with fear, you guide yourself with love. Instead of saying, hurry, you are behind, you say, let us begin with one step. Instead of saying, what if everything goes wrong? You say, if something comes, I will meet it when it comes. Instead of saying, I cannot handle this day, you say, I can handle this moment. This moment is where your power is. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not the imagined future. This moment, this breath, this choice, this small space where you can decide how you will speak to yourself. And how you speak to yourself matters. If you speak with fear, the day becomes heavier. If you speak with anger, the heart becomes smaller. If you speak with pressure, the body tightens. But if you speak with love, even the hard things become more possible. Not easy, always, but possible. Not perfect, but softer. You can say, I am here, I am listening. We will do this slowly. Let that be the way you walk through the day. When you make breakfast, be there. When you wash your hands, be there. When you open the door, be there. When you begin a task, be there. When you speak to someone, be there. When you feel the mind run ahead, come back and be there again. This is how the day becomes lighter, by returning to where you are. The mind may want to run into 10 different worries. Bring it back to one gentle truth. The body may want to tighten around the whole future. Bring it back to one breath. The heart may want to close because it remembers pain. Bring it back to one loving sentence. You do not have to force the heart open. You only have to make it safe enough to soften. And safety often comes through small steps. One breath before checking the phone. One kind thought before starting work. One pause before answering. One glass of water before rushing. One moment of silence before making a choice. One gentle sentence when fear rises. These small steps may seem simple, but simple does not mean powerless. A small step taken with love can change the direction of the whole day. A small pause can stop an old reaction. A small breath can open space inside the mind. A small kind word can protect the heart from becoming hard. Do not ignore the small things. The small things are where life is lived. A lighter day is often built from small returns. You return to your breath. You return to your body. You return to your heart. You return to the truth that you are enough. You return to the feeling that life is not against you. You return to the thought, I am supported today. And every time you return, you become less lost in the noise. You may not feel peaceful all day. That is okay. You may forget your morning words. That is okay. You may become tense, emotional, or unsure. That is okay. The goal is not to never leave peace. The goal is to know how to come back. Coming back is the practice. Come back after worry. Come back after rushing. Come back after the difficult message. Come back after the heavy thought. Come back after the moment where you were not as kind to yourself as you wanted to be. Come back without punishment. Come back because love is still available. You can begin again at any time. This is one of the most freeing thoughts you can carry today. I can begin again at any time. You can begin again at 8 in the morning. You can begin again at noon. You can begin again after a mistake. You can begin again after tears. You can begin again after worry. You can begin again while standing in the kitchen, sitting in the car, walking into work, or taking one quiet breath in the middle of the day. A new beginning does not always need a new sunrise. Sometimes it only needs a new thought. A new thought like, I choose peace now. A new thought like, I will not make this harder with self-blame. A new thought like, I can soften my body. A new thought like, I am allowed to move gently. A new thought like, this moment can be lighter. Let today be made of these new thoughts. When something feels too big, make it smaller. Ask, what is the next gentle step? Not the perfect step. Not the step that fixes everything. Just the next gentle step. Maybe the next step is to stand up. Maybe the next step is to sit down. Maybe the next step is to answer one message. Maybe the next step is to wait. Maybe the next step is to rest for a moment. Maybe the next step is to say no gently. Maybe the next step is to say yes with trust. Maybe the next step is to breathe before speaking. One step is enough to begin movement. The mind often wants the whole plan before it feels safe. But life does not always give the whole plan at once. Sometimes life gives the next step, and then the next, and then the next. Trust grows by taking the step that is here, not by seeing the whole road before you begin. So let the day unfold in pieces. You do not have to know the whole story of today. You only have to be present for this page. You do not have to carry every future hour. You only have to meet this one. You do not have to fix every feeling. You only have to hold this feeling with care. This is what makes the heart lighter. Less force, more trust. Trust does not mean you know everything will happen exactly as you want. Trust means you believe you will not abandon yourself, no matter what comes. Trust means you believe support can meet you along the way. Trust means you believe that even if the day has hard parts, you can still carry peace inside you. Say, "I will not abandon myself today." Let that sentence be strong and soft at the same time. You will not abandon yourself when the day becomes busy. You will not abandon yourself when someone is unkind. You will not abandon yourself when you feel tired. You will not abandon yourself when you make a mistake. You will not abandon yourself when the mind becomes loud. You will stay. You will listen. You will guide yourself back. This is how a lighter day is made. Not by controlling everything outside you, but by staying kind inside yourself. The outside world may move fast. You can move with steadiness. The outside world may be loud. You can keep one quiet place within you. The outside world may bring surprises. You can meet them with one breath first. The outside world may not always understand you. You can still understand your own heart. Your day becomes lighter when you stop making yourself carry two weights. The first weight is what life asks of you. Sometimes this is enough by itself. Work, choices, people, emotions, duties, timing, needs. But the second weight is the one you add with self-criticism. I should be better. I should be faster. I should not feel this. I should have known. I should be different. Today, put down the second weight. Life may still ask things from you, but you do not have to add shame. You do not have to add harsh words. You do not have to add the belief that you are failing because you are human. You can meet the day without making yourself smaller inside it. Say, I release the extra weight of self-criticism. Again, I release the extra weight of self-criticism. Feel how kind that is. You are not saying you will do nothing. You are not saying you will ignore your life. You are saying, I will not hurt myself while I live it. That is a loving choice. You can do your work without attacking yourself. You can care for others without forgetting yourself. You can make choices without demanding perfect certainty. You can move through the day without using fear as your only guide. A lighter day begins when love becomes your guide. Love may guide you to act. Love may guide you to rest. Love may guide you to speak. Love may guide you to wait. Love may guide you to try again. Love may guide you to forgive yourself. Love may guide you to take care of your body. Love may guide you to stop repeating the same painful thought. Love is not always soft in a weak way. Love is clear. Love is steady. Love is honest. Love says, "This matters, and so do you." So today, let love guide the pace. Not panic, not pressure, not the old fear of being judged, not the need to prove your worth. Let love guide you. When you begin something, say, "I begin with love." When you feel rushed, say, "I return to love." When you feel unsure, say, "Love will guide the next step." When you feel heavy, say, "I can carry this with more kindness." There may be moments today when heaviness returns. That does not mean the morning practice failed. It means you have another chance to practice. Each time you return, the path becomes clearer. Each time you choose a softer sentence, the mind learns. Each time you breathe instead of rushing, the body learns. Each time you stay with yourself instead of blaming yourself, the heart learns. Little by little, your inner world becomes safer. And when your inner world feels safer, the whole day feels lighter. You may notice that you do not react as quickly. You may notice that one small problem does not take over your whole morning. You may notice that you can pause before answering. You may notice that you can feel an emotion without becoming afraid of it. You may notice that you remember to breathe. You may notice that you are kinder to yourself in a moment where you used to be harsh. These are signs of healing. Do not wait only for big signs. Do not wait for a perfect life before you believe something is changing. Notice the small signs. Notice the breath. Notice the pause. Notice the softer thought. Notice the moment you choose peace before pressure. Notice the way your body releases one tiny bit of tension. Notice the way you come back. The small signs matter. They are proof that love is reaching you. They are proof that the morning words are planting themselves inside you. They are proof that your heart is learning another way. So let today be lighter in small ways. Let one task be done with less pressure. Let one thought be met with more kindness. Let one breath be slower. Let one moment be softer. Let one mistake be forgiven faster. Let one worry be answered with love. Let one part of you feel supported. That is enough for today. You do not have to become a completely new person before the sun goes down. You do not have to turn the whole day into peace. You only have to let a little more peace in than before, a little more trust, a little more gentleness, a little more space, a little more love. And if the day becomes busy, remember the sentence, "I do not have to carry the whole day in one breath." Carry that with you. Carry it into the next hour. Carry it into the car. Carry it into work. Carry it into the kitchen. Carry it into every place where the mind tries to rush ahead. Let it remind you that you are allowed to live today one moment at a time. One breath, one step, one choice, one kind word, one return. This is enough. You are not behind in your own life. You are here. You are learning. You are growing. You are opening to a gentler way. And this day, whatever it brings, can be met with a lighter heart when you remember that you do not walk into it alone. Now let the heart receive words that are simple, gentle, and easy to carry. You do not need to force these words. You do not need to repeat them perfectly. You do not need to feel something strong right away. Just let them move through you slowly, like warm morning light entering a quiet room. Some words may touch you deeply. Some words may pass over you. Some words may feel true today, and some may feel like seeds that need more time. That is all right. Nothing has to happen all at once. A softer heart is not a weak heart. A softer heart is a heart that does not want to fight itself anymore. It is a heart that is tired of beginning each day with fear. It is a heart that is learning to trust peace again. It is a heart that says, I have carried enough heaviness. I am ready to meet myself with more love. So take a gentle breath and let these words come close. I am safe this morning. Let that sentence rest inside you. I am safe this morning. Not because every part of life is perfect. Not because every question is answered. Not because everything outside you is easy. But because in this moment you are here. You are breathing. You can soften a little. You can take one step at a time. You can let this breath be enough. I am supported today. Support may not always look the way the mind expects. Sometimes support is a peaceful thought. Sometimes it is a moment of rest. Sometimes it is a small answer. Sometimes it is the strength to keep going gently. Sometimes it is the choice not to speak harshly to yourself. Sometimes support is simply remembering that you do not have to carry this day with fear. Let your heart hear it again. I am supported today. You do not need to know how support will come. You do not need to plan every detail. You do not need to understand every turn in the road. You can open your heart a little and say, life can meet me in simple ways. Help can come in quiet ways. Peace can return in small ways. I welcome this day with an open heart. Maybe your heart does not feel fully open yet. That is okay. You are not forcing it open. You are not demanding that it trust before it is ready. You are simply giving it permission. Even a small opening is enough. A little willingness is enough. A soft breath is enough. An open heart does not mean you let everything hurt you. It does not mean you forget your boundaries. It does not mean you say yes when your soul needs rest. An open heart means you do not begin the day already closed to good. It means you allow kindness to reach you. It means you allow one peaceful thought to enter. It means you allow life to surprise you in gentle ways. I choose peace before pressure. Let that sentence become a quiet decision. I choose peace before pressure. Not because nothing needs to be done, but because pressure does not have to be the leader of your day. You can still move. You can still care. You can still work. You can still answer what needs to be answered. But you can do it from a softer place. Pressure says, hurry or you will fail. Peace says, begin with one step. Pressure says, you must do everything perfectly. Peace says, do what you can with love. Pressure says, you are behind. Peace says, you are here now, and here is where you begin. Today, let peace speak louder. Life supports me in simple ways. Life does not always support you with loud signs. Sometimes life supports you through a calm breath, a little strength, a clear thought, a kind message, a warm drink, a small pause, a quiet feeling that says, keep going. You are not alone. When you begin to notice simple support, the whole day feels different. You stop waiting only for big changes before you feel loved. You stop ignoring the small gifts that are already near you. You begin to see that support can be gentle. Support can be ordinary. Support can be quiet and still be real. My heart is allowed to soften. You may have protected your heart for many reasons. Maybe you learned to stay strong. Maybe you learned to hide your feelings. Maybe you learned to move quickly because slowing down made you feel too much. Maybe you learned to smile even when something inside you needed care. But this morning, your heart does not have to perform. It does not have to pretend. It does not have to hold a hard shape. Your heart is allowed to soften. It can soften around the old fear. It can soften around the need to be perfect. It can soften around the pressure to please everyone. It can soften around yesterday's weight. It can soften around the thought that you must earn love by doing more and more. You are lovable before anything is finished. Let that truth come in slowly. You are lovable before anything is finished, before the work is complete, before the house is clean, before the goal is reached, before the body changes, before someone replies, before the day proves anything. You are already worthy of love. This morning is not asking you to become someone else. It is asking you to come home to yourself. I give myself permission to begin again. You can begin again without shame. You can begin again without explaining everything to everyone. You can begin again after a hard night. You can begin again after a slow morning. You can begin again after worry. You can begin again after doubt. You can begin again with one breath, one thought, one small choice. Beginning again is not a sign that you failed. It is a sign that life is still moving through you. It is a sign that grace is still available. It is a sign that the heart can open a new door even after many closed ones. Today, I speak to myself with love. Let this be a promise. When you feel unsure, speak with love. When you make a mistake, speak with love. When you feel tired, speak with love. When you are not moving as fast as you hoped, speak with love. When the mind becomes loud, speak with love. Love does not mean you ignore what needs to change. Love means you do not use cruelty to make that change. Love means you guide yourself like someone precious. Love means you correct yourself without breaking yourself. Love means you tell the truth with tenderness. I am allowed to move slowly. The world may rush, but your soul does not have to. The world may demand quick answers, but your heart can still breathe. The world may make noise, but your inner life can stay close to peace. Moving slowly does not mean doing nothing. It means moving with presence. It means remembering yourself while you move. It means not leaving your body behind while the mind runs ahead. Today, one gentle step is enough. You do not need the whole path. You do not need the full plan. You do not need to know every outcome. One gentle step can open the next one. One kind choice can change the feeling of the hour. One peaceful sentence can become a light you carry. Let the heart hear these words again, slowly. I am safe this morning. I am supported today. I welcome this day with an open heart. I choose peace before pressure. Life supports me in simple ways. My heart is allowed to soften. I am lovable before anything is finished. I give myself permission to begin again. Today, I speak to myself with love. One gentle step is enough. Do not rush through them. Let them breathe. Let them enter the places that have been waiting for kindness. Let them touch the part of you that has been tired from trying so hard. Let them remind you that the day can begin with care, not fear. If one sentence stays with you, let that be enough. You do not have to remember all of them. You do not have to carry every word. Sometimes the heart chooses the sentence it needs. Let it choose. Let it hold one line like a small light. Maybe the sentence is, I am supported today. Maybe it is, I choose peace before pressure. Maybe it is, I am lovable before anything is finished. Maybe it is, one gentle step is enough. Whatever sentence finds you, let it become a friend. This is how affirmations become real, not by saying them with force, but by letting them live beside you. Not by trying to believe everything at once, but by returning to the words again and again. Not by pretending life is perfect, but by choosing a loving voice while life is still unfolding. A softer heart begins with a softer voice. So today, let the voice inside you become less sharp, less hurried, less heavy, less full of blame. Let it become kinder. Let it become warmer. Let it become patient with your human moments. Let it say, we are learning, we are healing, we are beginning again. Your whole day can feel lighter when your own inner voice stops adding extra weight. You may still have things to do, but you do not have to do them with self-attack. You may still have feelings, but you do not have to shame them. You may still meet at challenges, but you do not have to meet them without love. Let the heart soften now. Not completely, if that feels too much, just a little. A little softening is still healing. A little kindness is still powerful. A little peace is still peace. Now choose one sentence to carry through the day. Not many sentences, not a long list, not something you have to remember perfectly. Just one peaceful sentence that feels simple enough to return to when life becomes busy. The mind can become crowded when it tries to hold too much. It wants to remember everything. It wants to solve everything. It wants to plan every step. But the heart often needs only one loving truth. One sentence can become a small, safe place. One sentence can become a hand to hold. One sentence can become a path back to yourself. Maybe your sentence is, I am safe enough to move through this day gently. Let that sentence come close. I am safe enough to move through this day gently. This does not mean the day will be perfect. It does not mean you will never feel pressure. It does not mean everything will go exactly as planned. It means you are giving yourself permission to move with care. It means you are no longer choosing fear as the only way to live. It means you are willing to let softness walk with you. Carry this sentence into the kitchen. Let it stand beside you as you pour water, hold a cup, prepare food, or begin the first small tasks of the day. Let it remind you that even ordinary things can be done with peace. You do not have to rush through every small moment. You do not have to treat the morning like something chasing you. Carry this sentence into the car. If you are driving, stay aware and listen gently. Let the road be the road. Let the breath stay soft inside you. If traffic slows, return to the sentence. If someone seems impatient, return to the sentence. If your thoughts begin to hurry, return to the sentence. I am safe enough to move through this day gently. Carry this sentence into work. Let it sit beside you before the first message, the first task, the first conversation, the first decision. You do not have to give your peace away at the door. You do not have to become tense just because there are responsibilities. You can be responsible and still kind to yourself. You can be focused and still gentle. You can take the day one step at a time. carry this sentence into conversations. Before you answer, breathe. Before you explain, soften. Before you react, pause. You do not have to speak from fear. You do not have to defend yourself before anyone has even attacked you. You do not have to carry old pain into a new conversation. You can listen. You can choose your words. You can stay with yourself. Carry this sentence into quiet moments too. Sometimes quiet moments are peaceful, and sometimes they are where old thoughts get loud. If the mind starts to replay yesterday, return to the sentence. If worry tries to fill the silence, return to the sentence. If you begin to wonder whether you are enough, return to the sentence. I am safe enough. To move through this day gently. There is strength in returning. Many people think strength means never needing help, never feeling unsure, never having to pause. But real strength can be very soft. Real strength is choosing not to abandon yourself. Real strength is coming back to love after fear has pulled you away. Real strength is saying, I will not let one hard thought lead my whole day. Your peaceful sentence is not just a sentence. It is a return. It brings you back from the future. It brings you back from fear. It brings you back from self-criticism. It brings you back from rushing. It brings you back from the old habit of carrying too much at once. You can choose a different sentence if your heart needs another one. Maybe your sentence is, I do not have to carry the whole day in one breath. This is a beautiful sentence for a mind that feels crowded. It reminds you that you are not meant to hold every hour at once. You are not meant to solve every problem before breakfast. You are not meant to feel ready for everything before you begin. You are meant to live one moment, then the next, then the next. Say it slowly. I do not have to carry the whole day in one breath. Let it take pressure off the chest. Let it tell the body, we can breathe now. Let it remind the mind, we do not have to run ahead. Let it tell the heart, this moment is enough to meet. Maybe your sentence is, life supports me in simple ways. This sentence is for the part of you that feels alone. It helps you look for support, not only problems. It helps the mind stop searching only for danger. It opens the heart to small signs of care. A peaceful breath, a warm drink, a helpful thought, a gentle answer, a moment of calm, a feeling that you can continue. Say it softly. Life supports me in simple ways. Maybe your sentence is, I choose peace before pressure. This sentence is for the part of you that has been trained to rush. It reminds you that pressure does not have to be your guide. You can still act. You can still move. You can still do what needs to be done. But you can do it without turning against yourself. Say it with kindness. I choose peace before pressure. Maybe your sentence is, I am here with myself today. This sentence is for the part of you that has felt left behind. It is a promise. It means you will not only be kind to yourself when everything goes well, it means you will stay with yourself when you feel unsure, tired, emotional, or slow. It means you will not leave your own heart just because the day becomes busy. Say it gently. I am here with myself today. Let one sentence choose you. You may feel drawn to one line more than the others. Trust that. The heart often knows what it needs before the mind can explain it. If a sentence gives you even a little breath, keep it near. If a sentence makes your shoulders drop a little, keep it near. If a sentence makes you feel less alone, keep it near. Carry it like a small stone in your pocket. A stone is simple, quiet, steady. You do not have to stare at it all day to know it is there. Your sentence can be the same. It can rest inside ya. It can travel with you. It can be there when you need it. And when your thoughts become loud, you can reach for it. The day may try to pull you away from yourself. That is what busy days often do. They pull your attention outward. They ask you to answer, decide, move, help, work, think, respond, and keep going. There is nothing wrong with doing what needs to be done. But you do not have to lose your inner home while doing it. Your peaceful sentence keeps the door open. It reminds you that you can return. You can return in the middle of a task. You can return while walking. You can return before speaking. You can return after a mistake. You can return when you feel proud. You can return when you feel tired. You can return when you forget and remember again. Every return matters. Do not say, I forgot, so I failed. Say, I remembered, so I returned. That is the practice. Forgetting is human. Returning is healing. You may forget your sentence many times today. That is okay. You only need to remember it once to begin again, and then maybe again, and then again. Each time you remember, you lay down one more piece of the new path. The old path may be fear. The old path may be pressure. The old path may be self-blame. The old path may be rushing. But today, every time you return to your peaceful sentence, you are creating a new path, a path of calm, a path of kindness, a path of trust, a path of support, a path of returning to yourself. This path does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be walked gently. So choose your sentence now and let it become part of your morning. Let it breathe with you. Let it sit in the heart. Let it soften the mind. Let it become the quiet message under everything else. I am supported. I am safe enough. I can move gently. I do not have to carry everything. I am here with myself. When the day feels light, let the sentence bless it. When the day feels heavy, let the sentence hold you. When the day feels ordinary, let the sentence make the ordinary feel sacred. When the day feels uncertain, Let the sentence remind you that you only need the next step. You do not need to control the whole day to carry peace into it. You only need one sentence and the willingness to return. Good things do not always arrive loudly. Sometimes good does not come with a big sign. It does not always come as a great change, a perfect answer, or a moment that everyone can see. Sometimes good comes quietly. It comes as a warm cup in your hands, a slow breath, a soft light through the window, a kind word, a moment of silence, a little strength when you thought you had none, a small feeling that says, I can keep going. When the mind is full of worry, it often misses the small good things. It looks for what is wrong. It looks for what may go wrong. It looks for what is missing, what is late, what is hard, what is unfinished. And because it keeps looking for heaviness, heaviness becomes all it sees. But today, you can teach the mind to look again. You can say, show me the simple good. You can say, let me notice what supports me. You can say, let me see the quiet blessings that I often pass by. This does not mean you ignore the hard things. It does not mean you pretend everything is easy. It does not mean you force yourself to smile when you need care. It means you allow the good to exist beside the hard. You allow support to be counted. You allow small peace to matter. A calm breath matters. A kind thought matters. A warm drink matters. A moment without rushing matters. A gentle sentence matters. A small sign of life matters. When you notice the small good things, you begin to tell your heart, life is not only pressure, life is not only work, life is not only worry. There is also softness here. There is also kindness here. There is also support here. The good may be simple, but it is still good. Maybe the first good thing today is that you are breathing. This breath may seem ordinary because it has always been with you, but it is not small. It is life moving through you. It is life saying, I am still here. Every breath is a quiet sign that you are being carried into the next moment. Maybe the good thing is the light. Morning light on a wall. Light on your hands. Light through a window. Light touching the day before you understand everything. Light does not ask you to be ready. It simply arrives. Let it remind you that new beginnings can be gentle. Maybe the good thing is water. Water you drink. Water you wash with. Water that touches your hands and brings you back to now. Let water remind you that life can move. Feelings can move. Worry can move. Heaviness can move. Nothing has to stay frozen forever. Maybe the good thing is your body. Even if the body feels tired, even if it does not feel the way you wish, even if you have judged it many times, it has carried you here. It has kept going through days you thought were too much. It deserves one kind word this morning. Say, "Thank you, body. I will be gentler with you today." Maybe the good thing is a small choice. The choice to listen. The choice to pause. The choice to breathe before rushing. The choice to speak to yourself with love. The choice to begin again. These choices may not look big from the outside, but inside the heart, they are powerful. Every small good thing is a doorway into gratitude, a doorway into presence, a doorway into trust, a doorway into a lighter day. Gratitude does not have to be grand. You do not have to make a long list. You do not have to feel joyful all at once. You can begin with one thing, one simple thing, one quiet thing, one thing that reminds you life is still offering support. Say, "I notice one good thing right now." Maybe it is the sound around you. Maybe it is the breath. Maybe it is the fact that you are listening. Maybe it is a warm feeling in one small part of the body. Maybe it is a little space in the mind. Maybe it is the hope that today can be softer. Let one good thing be enough. The mind may say, "But there are still problems." Yes, there may be, but a problem does not cancel every blessing. A hard task does not cancel every moment of support. A heavy feeling does not cancel every soft breath. You are allowed to notice good even while something is still unfinished. This is how the day becomes lighter, not because you deny what is hard, but because you stop letting the hard things be the only things that count. Let the small good things count today. Let the warm cup count. Let the peaceful breath count. Let the open door count. Let the clean water count. Let the soft word count. Let the tiny bit of courage count. Let the moment you do not react count. Let the moment you return to yourself count. So often, the heart waits for big proof that life is kind. But life often speaks in small ways first. A gentle moment, a simple blessing, a little help, a quiet answer, a small delay that protects you, a feeling to wait, a feeling to move, a message at the right time, a thought that brings peace. If you are only looking for the large miracle, you may miss the small support. Today, open your eyes to simple support, not with force, not with pressure, just with softness. Look around your morning and ask, where is life being kind in a small way? Maybe the answer comes quickly. Maybe it takes time. Maybe the answer is so ordinary that you almost miss it. But ordinary blessings are still blessings. The ordinary breath, the ordinary light, the ordinary cup, the ordinary chair, the ordinary road, the ordinary chance to begin again. When you bless the ordinary begins to feel holy, not because it changes shape, but because you see it with a softer heart. The kitchen becomes more than a kitchen. The road becomes more than a road. The morning becomes more than time passing. it becomes a place where your soul can remember peace. Good things can find you in simple ways. Let that be your truth today. Good things can find me in simple ways. They can find you through a calm thought. They can find you through a kind face. They can find you through a quiet pause. They can find you through one easier moment than you expected. They can find you through the strength to do what needs to be done. They can find you through the wisdom to rest. They can find you through the courage to be gentle with yourself. Do not decide too early that the day has nothing good in it. Sometimes the good arrives later. Sometimes it arrives small. Sometimes it arrives dressed like an ordinary moment. Sometimes it arrives as a feeling you almost ignore. Stay open enough to notice. A lighter day often begins when the mind stops collecting only fear and starts collecting signs of support. So collect signs of support today. Collect the breath. Collect the light. Collect the kind word. Collect the small answer. Collect the moment of patience. Collect the pause. Collect the smile. Collect the quiet thought that says, I am okay in this moment. Collect the feeling that you are not alone inside your own life. Let these small things become proof that life is still with you. And if the mind returns to worry, do not be angry, just guide it back. Say, yes, there are things to handle. And there is also good here. Say, yes, I have responsibilities and I am still supported. Say, yes, I feel unsure and I can still notice one blessing. This is not pretending. This is balance. This is giving the heart a fuller truth. The full truth is not only life is hard. The full truth is life has hard moments and life also gives support. The full truth is not only I am tired. The full truth is I am tired and I can be kind to myself. The full truth is not only I have so much to do. The full truth is I have things to do and I can take them step by step. Let your heart live in the fuller truth today. Notice what is good. Notice what is gentle. Notice what is working. Notice what is helping. Notice what is holding you, even quietly. The more you notice support, the more supported you feel. The more you notice peace, the more peace becomes familiar. The more you notice simple good, the more the day begins to feel touched by love. And maybe by the end of the day, you will not say, everything was perfect. Maybe you will simply say, there were soft moments. There were small blessings. There were places where I came back to myself. There were signs that life was with me. That is enough. A day does not have to be perfect to be blessed. A morning does not have to be quiet to be sacred. A heart does not have to be fully healed to notice beauty. So today, let the small good things find you. Let them count. Let them make your heart a little softer. Let them remind you that life can support you in ways that are simple, quiet, and real. When you listen each morning, you are giving your mind a peaceful place to begin. You are not only hearing words, you are creating a gentle pattern. You are telling your body, we do not have to start the day in fear. You are telling your heart, you will not be forgotten today. You are telling your mind, there is another way to move through life. This is why repeated morning listening can feel so comforting. One morning may bring a little peace. Another morning may help the body soften. Another morning may give you one sentence to carry. Another morning may remind you to pause before reacting. Another morning may help you feel less alone inside your own day. Little by little, the words begin to stay. They may stay in the breath. They may stay in the heart. They may stay in the way you speak to yourself. They may stay in the moment when you choose not to rush. They may stay in the quiet space before you answer someone. They may stay as a small voice that says, you are supported today. This is the beauty of repetition. It teaches the inner world through love. You do not need to listen perfectly. You do not need to sit in a perfect place. You do not need to feel peaceful every time. Just return. Return in the morning. Return to the gentle words. Return to the breath. Return to the truth that you are allowed to begin softly. 7 mornings can become a simple path. On the first morning, you may simply feel the comfort of being spoken to gently. On the second morning, the words may feel a little more familiar. On the third morning, your body may begin to know the rhythm. On the fourth morning, one sentence may stay with you after the listening ends. On the fifth morning, you may notice yourself breathing before you rush. On the sixth morning, you may feel a little more kindness toward yourself. On the seventh morning, you may realize that the day does not feel as heavy as it once did. Not because everything outside changed, but because something inside began to soften. That is real. That matters. That is a quiet kind of healing. A lighter day does not always arrive as a big change. Sometimes it arrives as a softer thought, a slower breath, a kinder response, a smaller fear, a little more space between you and the old reaction, a little more trust in life, a little more love for yourself. So let today's promise be simple. I am supported today. Let this promise move through the body. I am supported today. Let it touch the mind. I am supported today. Let it rest in the heart. I am supported today. Let it mean, I do not have to carry this day with fear. Let it mean, I am willing to receive peace. Let it mean, I can take one step at a time. Let it mean, I am not alone inside this morning. Let it mean, life can meet me in simple and gentle ways. You may choose to come back to these words tomorrow morning, and the next morning, and the next. Not as a rule, not as pressure, not because you are broken and need fixing, but because your heart deserves a loving beginning again and again. Just as the body needs water, the heart needs kindness. Just as the morning needs light, the mind needs peaceful words. Just as a garden needs steady care, your inner life needs gentle attention. Let morning listening become a form of care. A few minutes where you stop giving fear the first word. A few minutes where you let love speak first. A few minutes where your body is reminded that it does not have to brace. A few minutes where your heart is told you are safe enough. You are supported. You can begin again. This practice is simple, but simple things can change the way life feels. A simple breath can stop a rushing thought. A simple sentence can soften a hard morning. A simple pause can protect your peace. A simple blessing can change the way you enter the day. So listen each morning and let the words settle slowly. Do not grab them. Do not force them. Do not test them. Let them be like sunlight on the floor. The sunlight does not shout. It does not push. It simply enters where there is space. Let these words enter the same way. Let I am safe enter. Let I am supported enter. Let I can begin gently enter. Let life loves me in simple ways enter. Let today can feel lighter enter. The more these words enter, the more the inner voice begins to change. And when the inner voice changes, the day changes with it. You may notice that you speak to yourself with less anger. You may notice that you do not hurry quite as much. You may notice that you stop for one breath before opening the phone. You may notice that you are less willing to carry every worry at once. You may notice that you feel more present in simple moments. These are beautiful signs. Do not dismiss them because they are small. Small signs are often the beginning of deep change. A seed is small, a breath is small, a sentence is small, a morning is small compared to a whole life. And yet, small things repeated with love can become a new way of living. Let your morning become a loving pattern. Wake, breathe, listen, soften. Choose one sentence. Carry it gently. Notice small, good things. Return when you forget. This is enough. You do not need a hard plan. You do not need a perfect routine. You do not need to become someone else. You only need to keep meeting yourself with love. And if one morning feels heavy, still listen. If one morning feels empty, still listen. If one morning feels busy, listen while you prepare. If one morning feels calm, let the words go even deeper. Every kind of morning is welcome here. The peaceful morning is welcome. The tired morning is welcome. The emotional morning is welcome. The busy morning is welcome. The uncertain morning is welcome. The hopeful morning is welcome. You do not have to arrive in a perfect state to receive peace. You only have to arrive as you are. That is the heart of this practice. Come as you are and let love meet you there. Let the words bless your thoughts before the world fills them. Let the words bless your body before you ask it to move. Let the words bless your heart before it meets other people's energy. Let the words bless your path before you take the next step. May your morning be gentle. May your thoughts become lighter. May your body feel safe enough to soften. May your heart remember that it is loved. May your day open in simple and peaceful ways. May good things find you quietly. May support meet you where you are. May one loving sentence stay with you when you need it most. And when the day becomes loud, may you remember that you can come back. You can come back to your breath. You can come back to your heart. You can come back to the sentence you chose. You can come back to the truth that you are not alone. You are supported today. Before you step fully into the rest of this day, let the heart become still for one more gentle moment. You have given yourself something beautiful this morning. You have given yourself a soft beginning. You have given your mind kind words instead of fear. You have given your body a little space to breathe. You have given your heart a reminder that it does not have to carry everything alone. This matters. It may seem simple to listen in the morning. It may seem small to repeat one peaceful sentence. It may seem ordinary to breathe, to pause, to bless the day, to notice one good thing. But these small acts are how a new inner life is built, not through pressure, not through force, not through self-criticism, but through steady love. You do not need to leave this moment as a perfect person. You do not need to promise that you will never worry again. You do not need to know exactly how the day will go. You only need to carry one softer truth with you. Today can feel lighter because I do not have to carry it with fear. Let that truth walk beside you. Let it walk with you into the kitchen. Let it sit beside you in the car. Let it enter your work with you. Let it stay near you in your conversations. Let it return to you in quiet moments. Let it hold your hand when the day feels busy. And if you forget, begin again. If the mind becomes loud, begin again. If the body becomes tense, begin again. If you speak harshly to yourself, notice it and begin again. If the day does not go the way you hoped, begin again. There is no shame in returning. Returning is the practice. Returning is love in motion. The morning has opened a doorway. You do not have to run through it. You can walk gently. You can take one step. You can breathe. You can choose peace before pressure. You can choose kindness before blame. You can choose to stay with yourself today. Life does not need you to be perfect today. Life asks for your presence, your breath, your willingness, your honest heart, your gentle effort, your courage to begin again. So bless this day before you step into it. Bless your thoughts, bless your body, bless your work, bless your home, bless your path, bless your voice, bless your choices, bless the people you will meet, bless the unknown, bless the part of you that is still learning, bless the part of you that is already healing. May this day be softer than you expected. May your heart feel lighter than it did before. May your mind remember peaceful words at the right time. May your body feel safe enough to relax. May simple good things find you. May you notice them. May you let them count. And may you remember again and again that you are supported in ways both seen and unseen. Carry this with you now. I am safe enough to begin gently. I am supported today. I do not have to carry the whole day in one breath. Life is with me in simple ways. My heart can be soft. My steps can be gentle. My day can feel lighter. Listen each morning and let these loving words become familiar to your soul. Let them become the first light of your day. Let them become the quiet voice that brings you home. Life loves you, and this day can begin gently.